Good, MP. Another month, another award for MP.
Hey, and look at this. Fans are already pumped up, and the energy is visibly escalating outside of this venue. Welcome, everybody, to another presentation of the NBA Live on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter is David Aldridge. Here's a chance now to check out the New York Knicks' upcoming schedule. On Tuesday, they'll face off against Donovan Mitchell and the Cleveland Cavaliers. And then on Thursday, they'll be tipping off a homestand, starting with the Memphis Grizzlies.
And for that game against the Warriors, there aren't many other meetings that are as evenly matched as this one. Both teams can give and take punches, and this one, I think, is going to come down to the wire.
So with Vucevic on the bench, here's the 5 for Tom Thibodeau right now. Josh Hart out there with Karl Anthony Towns. Then it's Jalen Brunson. Then it's Mikal Bridges. And it's Dadier in at the 3 spot. And for the Lakers, connect out there with John Collins.
Here we go.
Then there's Andre Drummond, and it's the eraser, and it's Reeves in at the shooting guard position. And with the trade deadline behind us, GA, that is a busy time for front offices.
Yeah, and for every trade that takes place, hundreds more are proposed. I don't envy the GM's long hours behind the scenes.
Now here's Brunson. Cans the shot with nobody near him.
Making the defense look hopeless. Brunson so clever with his ball handling.
Pass to Reeves. Shoots over Bridges. Reeves gets the bucket.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Here's Connect. Not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down.
The ball distribution was there. I mean, outstanding work all the way around.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin. Briefly spoke with J.J. Redick. Now, Coach said they need to take away Jalen Brunson's weapons and make him make plays, especially from outside. Coach said Brunson is a great distributor. He gets all of his teammates involved. We need to take away his weapons and make him shoot the 3. We'll see if the defense can do that. Back to you.
All right, thank you, David. And so it's New York with it after the basket by Los Angeles. Here's Dadier. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. How about this run, Craig, they're on right now? Wow.
I mean, they're just getting to their spots and executing, really keeping things simple. And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. Pass to the eraser. Wants to get it to Reeves, and does. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. The Knicks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Bridges outside. Collins against Hart. Here's Bridges. Brunson right side. 6 to shoot. The shot from the low post is good. Brunson's got his second bucket tonight.
And defensively, if you are not on point, Brunson more than capable of finishing inside.
GA, as you know, Jalen Brunson is a second-generation NBA player.
Yeah, his dad, Rick Brunson, was an 11-year vet who also played overseas and eventually settled in as a coach in this league. So Jalen grew up in those NBA locker rooms.
And the great shooters know when they got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
And here's Brunson outside. Lakers leading by 7. Here's the eraser. And again, Los Angeles with the triple. MP with video game numbers. How about the 60, 20, and 10 triple-double?
An all-time game in league history. MP just doing everything. This guy is a human cheat code.
And Clark, the debate around Karl Anthony Towns. Is he the greatest shooting big of all time?
Well, look, if you just want to go numbers, it's an emphatic yes. No 7-footer has ever shot it like Cat. Around 40% from 3 over his career. That's not just a 1 or 2 season deal. That's a multi-year career. So I say yes.
And so here is New York following the 3 by the Lakers. There's the triple. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Boy, you love seeing that from Hart. Great exuberance and enthusiasm out there on the court.
There's the drive, the eraser, and it's good off the back of the rim and in. The eraser's got 10 points.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
And it's Brunson missing.
Boy, I'm absolutely shocked he didn't get that one to go. Usually he's money from deep.
They get the rebound. The eraser's shot's good. He's got 12.
Boy, he's been a rock of offensive support so far, and when they've needed a basket, they've turned to him.
Pass to Hart. Brunson with it. One of the most consistent producers in the league. He's averaging around 25.5 points a game. Here's Collins. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
And, you know, that involves pounding it inside, getting as many points as you can right at the rim. That demoralizes a team.
Here's Brunson. After the made shot from John Collins. That one doesn't go.
Guys, this hasn't been his quarter. I mean, to me, he just doesn't look completely comfortable or confident.
Picked off in midair. And there's a whistle. That goes on Mikal Bridges. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Excellent example of toughness and physicality on defense. Got his nose right in the middle of things and made a play.
The Lakers making a switch here. Doncic is checked in. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Vucevic is checked in. The eraser's shot's good. You know, you just can't say enough about the statistical marks that MP is putting up. I mean, Greg, this is just amazing stuff. How about his 20, 20, and 20 triple-double? I've never said that before. I mean, this is incredible.
And, Kevin, something we'd only seen from the likes of Wilt and Westbrook, right? That's the kind of dynamic, prolific dominance you've got to exhibit to manufacture a stat line like that.
And for the Western Conference, we have a chance now to recognize our Player of the Week, the Eraser.
He's really been on his A game lately. You know, the way their offense is set up, it really relies on his ability. He sets the tone each time down the floor, and he's been a lot of fun to watch.
And it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession. To the inside. Doncic with the steal. Now the Lakers on the break. Here's Connect. And Connect slams it in.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
Here's Brunson following the bucket by the Lakers.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
To me, it appears he's starting to lose his composure a little bit. We'll see if he can regroup and get back into a better rhythm.
Inside.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Los Angeles.
They've really been pushing that thing in the open floor, and so far, the opposition's not been able to slow them down at all.
And, guys, they've also done a great job generating offense from their defense, forcing turnovers and making the defense pay for those mistakes.
And that one misses. Miles McBride's checked in for Towns. And the second free throw, good. Well, it was the Los Angeles Lakers winning their last game against the Hornets. Here's Brunson, and he converts the layup. Brunson's got 6.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Pass to Doncic. Over McBride. Doncic, no good. Knicks trailed by 19, and they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity, and he's got his first chance at the line here.
And one area where Brunson's improved is in the clutch. He's a monster in crunch time. Nice to have a player you can depend on in those key situations.
McBride finds Brunson. He gets that one. And that's now 9 points here for Jalen Brunson.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Puts up a 3, and he hits the triple. 3 points there on the shot from the eraser, and the Lakers lead by 19. And here's Brunson. 23 points his last outing. A rebound by the Lakers. Drummond's got 5 rebounds tonight.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
That one goes in. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. This game coming after a loss against the Pistons.
And, guys, there's really a fine line between being aggressive and being out of control. And in that one, they crossed the line.
Yeah, I agree. And, you know, they seem to be forcing things out there, trying too hard, pressing. When you do that, the turnovers pile up quickly.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
And, you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, the eraser in the last matchup against the Hornets put on a show. He finished with 64 points, and he did a little bit of everything for them in that one, adding a triple-double in the process. A mind-blowing effort, one that's going to be hard to repeat, but it's hard to bet against him. Kevin?
Thank you, David. You're right. He was a one-man wrecking crew in that one.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same attitude tonight.
Yeah, you know, every night's different. They may try to double him, might force him to adjust, or force him to make plays with the pass instead. We'll see. Boy, what a quarter for him. I mean, he's found his rhythm, and he's really riding that wave right now.
New York calls timeout. Some changes for the Lakers. Vanderbilt's checked in for Andre Drummond, and Royce O'Neal subbed in for Connect. And a switcher also for New York. Davis is checked in. Now here's Brunson. He's got 9 to end the run. Rebound the Lakers. The Eraser's got his 4th rebound in this one. To the paint. And the dunk by Vanderbilt.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
Here's McBride. His last outing, he had 8 points. Brunson with a clean look. Good on the three-point shot. Brunson's got 12 points in the game.
Yeah, he's owning them on the offensive end, but, you know, he can't do it by himself.
Pass to Vanderbilt. Here's Reeves. On the wing, Reeves. The eraser passes to Reeves. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. He's got 5.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Yeah, and they either have been unwilling or unable to take that shot away.
Now, here's Vucevic. Scoreless thus far. Brunson outside. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Clark, what is it about Austin Reeves' style of play that makes him such a good scorer?
I love the fact that he can change pace with the dribble. You know, he's not super fast, but he's not slow either. What he is shifty and smart. He's got good size, good ball skills, and he's got a nice mid-range jumper. All of that allows him to keep defenders off balance.
John Collins, he's checked in for O'Neal. The Knicks also changing it up. Zeke Naji, he's checked in for Hart, and it's Bridges in for Jalen Brunson.
And sometimes you just get a step on the defender. Bridges saw an opening there and exploited it.
Now, here's Doncic. 14 points from him the last game against Charlotte.
And he also dominated the glass out there. He hit the boards hard and often.
Now Davis. After Luka Doncic's three-pointer that didn't go. Some nice passing by New York here. Bridges passes to Vucevic. And here is Davis. No good on the three. 1:06 left in the first quarter of the game. Doncic. His shot is good. Scores his third basket in 6 tries. Shooting 50%.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
And to battle back, they've got to shore up the defense. I mean, there's no other way to come back from a deficit unless you play good defense.
The eraser passes to Reeves. Over Davis. Again, Los Angeles.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possessions.
Now, here's Bridges. It's rebounded by Doncic. The shot and game clock separated by 4. Here's the eraser. He had a career game last time out. Bucket after bucket. Out of bounds. New York takes possession. And Los Angeles with some changes. Andre Drummond's checked in for John Collins. Connect comes in for Vanderbilt. The eraser subbed in for Shepard. We've got Doncic. Connect out there with Chris Middleton. Then there's Andre Drummond, and it's the eraser in at point guard. That's the Laker 5.
You know, as you add experience, you start to see the floor better. That was a sweet find by Drummond.
Here's Bridges. After the made shot from the eraser. Bridges passes to Towns. Out to Brunson. Here's Dadier. And again, it's the Knicks missing.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Yeah, and they're really getting pummeled on points in the paint here.
Here's Bridges. It's Drummond with the rebound. Drummond's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Here's the eraser. He's got 27. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Middleton. Here's the eraser. Here's the 3. And Karl Anthony Towns pulls it down. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Bridges kicks to Towns. Off target with his 3.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Brunson. Austin Reeves is checked in for the Lakers. Davis is checked in for New York. Here's the eraser. Buries the long-range jumper. The eraser's got 7 points here in this quarter.
You might want to track this guy. Mark him definitely, just deadly from deep so far.
Here's Brunson. An easy 2 points on the layup. Brunson's got 14.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Here's the eraser. Banked in off the glass. 32 points for the eraser.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
And the Lakers have possession. Jalen Brunson missing his last shot. Here's Connect. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
You're exactly right. I mean, those come back to bite you every time, just like it's biting them now.
Now here is Davis. Here's Brunson. The shot, no good. Great D that time from the eraser. And it's Connect at the elbow. And the rejection by Towns. And that'll be the Lakers as it goes out of bounds. Lakers retain possession. John Collins, he's checked in for Doncic. The eraser passes to Collins. Here's the eraser. He's got 32. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Drummond. Shoots over Vucevic. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And, you know, the reality of it is this. That's the maximum range on Drummond's jumper.
Connect with a wide open look. Triple from the wing. He's got 14.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on it.
Oh,
Goodness! That was special.
One of the most explosive young bigs we have. Collins quick off the floor and gets creative at the rim.
And that's life above the rim. Courtesy of our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Hey, Clark, no one covers the college game like you. And for new pros, what are the biggest challenges adjusting to life in the NBA and the play itself?
Speed and size, Kevin. I mean, that's where it really starts. You got to be in great condition, but the speed and size of the players at the NBA level is unlike any other basketball you play. Everybody in the NBA is big and athletic, and things are just played and done at a much faster pace.
Now, Vucevic, he had a 15-point outing in their last game against Detroit.
And he also chipped in with a couple blocks in that game. Just a hint at the impact he had on the defensive side.
The Lakers shooting just phenomenal here tonight. 73% from the field. Here's the eraser. Pass to Collins for the 3. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
Talk about execution on the offensive end. They're leaving nothing on the table right now.
Yep, they're starting to stretch this lead out. Too much offense to keep pace with.
Now here's Brunson. He's guarded closely. Great D that time from the eraser. LA has gotten fond of that 3-point shot here in the second quarter. 4 of 9. Let's take this chance to look at the teams that have been the league's most efficient passers this past month. The Lakers, number 1.
And what stands out during this recent stretch is just how well they passed the basketball. I mean, this is a club that has become really unselfish.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Hart, he's checked in for Vucevic, and Mikal Bridges subbed in for Davis. The Lakers with the ball. After this game, they can look forward to L.A., where they'll match up against the Clippers. That'll be just 1 game played away from home for them. Another possession, another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been 1 step ahead of the defense all game long. And here's Brunson outside. Cans it from downtown. Brunson's got 21.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Pass to connect. The tray. Offensive rebound. And Drummond is right there.
There are few men in the league that attack the glass as well as Drummond does. He's almost unstoppable chasing down second points. He's a tenacious and ferocious offensive rebounder.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Brunson, no good.
Yeah, he just flat out tricked that one, missed it, and has no one to blame but himself.
Reeves gets the bucket.
Yeah, I tell you what, when Reeves is focused in, I mean, he's tremendous.
And there's the call on the eraser. That's foul number 2 for him.
And that's foul number 2. Maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
Now here's Brunson. 21 points in the game. From deep. That one doesn't drop. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers with a huge lead at the break. Safe to say there's no catching them today. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. We'll return shortly.
Welcome to halftime. First order of business, catching up on the injuries around the league.
With Tyrese Halliburton out, they lose one of their primary catalysts. He makes his offense run so smooth.
Yeah, he's one of the rising stars in this league, Shaq. He affects the game in winning in a big way.
And getting back to our current contest, very impressive first half performance for the Lakers.
Dominant performance from this offense. As a fan, you just have to admire it and see what they're doing.
Yeah, they're hitting the 3 major E's: effective, efficient, and entertaining.
I like the way you did that.
And that concludes halftime. Now time to send it over to Kevin Harlan as the game's about to resume.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. It's been a clinic out there by the eraser.
Well, with a double-double in hand through 2 quarters, you can just imagine what his stat line will look like at the end of this one.
Yeah, he's got that locked-in look in his eyes tonight, and he's not going to start taking it easy. I think he's going to be going hard until that final whistle blows.
So with Vucevic on the bench, here's the 5 for Tom Thibodeau right now. Jalen Brunson out there with Mikal Bridges. Then it's Josh Hart. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Dadier in at the 3, the small forward. It's Hart on the wing. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
You know, guys, Josh Hart is somebody that's going to give you everything he's got. His combination of outside shooting and defense is really quite valuable to any team.
And Hart drops them both. Here's the eraser. Down low, here's Reeves. And he lays it straight in. Reeves has got 15.
Things are clicking. Reeves in a groove. And he knows he doesn't need to slow down. Keep it coming.
Pass to Dadier. Here's Brunson. Good work there as it goes. Brunson's got 23 points.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
Hart. It's Drummond with the rebound. Drummond's got 14. Yep, 14 rebounds for him tonight. Wow. Here's the eraser. Brunson covering. Here's the eraser. Drummond trying to get himself free. Knicks with the rebound. Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. Hart, wide open. He fires. No good from outside. So the Lakers call timeout, their first.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
Yeah, typically there's some type of adjustment made out of a timeout. It might be major, or it could be just a slight tweak.
Here's the eraser. Brunson covering. The eraser's shot's good.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Here's Bridges, and he banks in the layup. He's got 7.
Oh, nimble inside play by Bridges, working his way to a close-range shot.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Here's the eraser. Offline with his 3. And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. The rebound by the eraser. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Jalen Brunson is a very cerebral player. He says he focuses on the little things. The attention to detail has made the game a lot easier. I know what I'm capable of. So as long as I keep working on my craft, keep the same mindset, only good things are going to happen for me. Kevin, back to you.
Good stuff, David. Amazing how far he has come. We appreciate the report. Collins, good. Collins has got 13.
And that's 2 tough points from Collins, willing to mix it up down low.
Towns sets the pick for Brunson. Can't cash in from close range.
So hard, actually impossible to cut into the lead when you have a guy struggling this badly.
Collins, good.
This is the John Collins show. There's a smoothness to his game that you really appreciate on a night like this.
Brunson, count it. Brunson's got 25 points.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
Here's the eraser. And yep, another basket.
Yet again, he's reached 40 points. He's close to having the 4th most 40-point games in a single season.
Well, we've seen it. He's been on fire all season long.
Defense better watch out. They better be alert, because this guy can make threes, as we saw in the first half.
Pass to Reeves. Shoots again, Los Angeles.
And how about the performance we're seeing from him? Not one miss on the day.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
On the wing, Bridges. He's defended by Reeves.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
With the shot. And again, it's the Lakers.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And you know that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
Towns kicks to Brunson. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. Pass to Collins. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Here's the eraser. Chalk up 2 there. The eraser's got 42 in the game.
He's certainly been their go-to guy when it matters most. He's trying to close this one out.
Brunson scanning the floor. It's good. Towns has got his 3rd basket of the night.
Hey, a confident shooter like Towns doesn't need any time to get a shot up.
Drummond a screen to the middle. Towns with the steal. And a fast break now for New York. Here's Dadier. A rebound by the Lakers. Connects. Got 5 rebounds tonight. Collins passes to Reeves. From outside, off the mark.
One made three formed for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
Brunson draws the double. It's Hart on the wing. Just 5 to shoot. Pass to Bridges. Fires from deep. Sinks the three-pointer. aRcADe's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
Not the biggest fan of that shot, but he had the space to get it off, so why not?
There's a screen by Collins. Here's the eraser, and he has 42. The three ball. The three-pointer is right on target. The eraser's got 45 points.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Los Angeles has gone 4 of 6 from three-point land since the start of the second half. And another assist for him.
Another possession, another assist.
You know, Greg, he's sharing the ball well, hitting his guys in their spots. On our AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you just saw an explosive highlight. And there's the call on the eraser. And that'll be his third foul so far. A big group substitution here for the Lakers. Vanderbilt's checked in for Drummond. Chris Middleton comes in for Collins. Shepard's checked in for Connect. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Austin Reeves. Vucevic checked in for the Knicks. Towns for 3. Hits it from three-point range. Towns has got 5 points now this quarter.
Towns takes a lot of pride in knocking down threes. He's as gifted a shooter as we have at the center position.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Great jumper there from Brunson, living off that mid-range.
Inside, out to Doncic. Pass to the eraser. Here's Shepard. Drains the three-pointer. Shepard's got his second basket of the night.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
He is delivering a lot of room service dimes tonight. One sweet one after another.
To the paint, here's Middleton, and another assist.
25 assists. What an unselfish performance.
He has been a sensational playmaker. Bridges outside. Hart with it. He's got 5. Pass to Brunson. Up again. Rebound the Lakers. Doncic has got 8 rebounds in this game. And again, another assist. The chemistry he has with his guys is impressive.
Keeping his head on a swivel, actively seeking out his teammates.
And really, Clark, Luka Doncic is a one-man wrecking crew on the offensive end of the floor.
Yeah, he really is. I mean, he's special. His IQ, his size, the way he can make shots against tough defense. He's got the lean back. He's got the crafty moves. And I think he's a lot stronger and a little more athletic than people give him credit for being. I mean, without a doubt, he's one of the most unique and best players that we've seen in the game.
Here's Brunson. No good, unable to end this run. The Lakers shooting has been wild, 76%. That's just unbelievable.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
You know, they came out of the locker room, revved up the gas pedal, and haven't slowed down yet.
Looking to get back on track here. Misses in close.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
You know, guys, no denying it's been a rough patch here. I think they've got to run whatever is best in their playbook to get a good shot.
Pass to Doncic. And the Lakers hit again from deep.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Yeah, offensively, they've just been rolling. Impossible to stop.
Here's Bridges. The rebound by the eraser. The eraser's got 14 rebounds tonight, going after it. Doncic outside. There's the screen. Fires the three. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
Adjustment time for these guys. The defense has to make some adjustment here.
Pass to Brunson. Lakers with the rebound. The Erasers got rebound number 15 here tonight.
Boy, just cannot buy a bucket, guys. I'll tell you what, that's a painful quarter for him, and it's painful for me to watch, too.
Back to Middleton. Lakers passing it around.
On the wing.
Shoots over Towns. Again, Los Angeles.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
Here's Brunson. No good, and they can't put an end to this drought. And here is Los Angeles now. Doncic outside. The three. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
He just exudes a love of the game, guys. You can see it in everything he does. This guy lives and breathes the game.
Here's the eraser.
Hey now! Hey now! Yeah!
Oh, let's go home. That was just ridiculous.
I do not remember the last time I saw a dunk like that in a game.
And guys, it's going to be a long time before we see another one just like that.
And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Lakers ahead, running away with this one. 2K Sports, back in a moment here in Los Angeles. And now we take a listen into the recent huddle from Tom Thibodeau.
Everyone talking down there. Rebound and run. Rebound and run. Got to work our way back now. Work our way back.
Well, he's trying to up his team's energy right now.
And Kevin, as he said, they got to push it once they get rebounds, and that'll help them get back into this one.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. They've got James Shepard out there with Doncic. Then it's Chris Middleton, and it's Mason in at the center, locking down the middle. That's the Laker 5. Mason dishes to Doncic. Great D that time from Davis. The Knicks shooting 32% overall right now, not one of their better showings. Pass to Vucevic. Towns against Mason. And Towns gets it to go.
Towns can carry your offense in a way most guys can't. We've seen this movie before.
James kicks to Mason. And here's Doncic from the arc. Rebounded by Vucevic. Vucevic has got his 5th rebound in this one. Down low, here's Towns. Lakers with the rebound. Some changes here for the Lakers. Vanderbilt. Checked in for Mason. O'Neal comes in for Chris Middleton. The Erasers subbed in for James. And then for New York, Josh Hart, he's checked in for Vucevic. Bridges comes in for Davis. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Miles McBride. Pass to Bridges. Here's Dadier. Bridges a screen on Doncic. Here's Dadier. Guarded by Doncic. New York, no good that time either. Lakers have gone just 33% from the field in the 4th quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. Vanderbilt finds O'Neal. Here's the eraser. 5 to shoot. Trying to get something going, and it's Royce O'Neal with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Vucevic checked in for the Knicks. The Knicks have gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter. Bridges outside. Jacks up a 3. And the Knicks miss again.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones. I guess he just needed a little break because since halftime, he's been raining triples.
Vucevic up top. Clark, the NBA has seen some iconic personal rivalries over the years. And I'm sure you remember most of them.
Yeah, I do, even those that I wasn't part of as a young basketball player growing up in Cleveland watching. But I read a lot about them, Wilt and Bill Russell, the Celtics and the Lakers and all of those great teams. Obviously, high school graduate of 1979, the Bird and Magic rivalry, easy answer for anybody around my age. And then you think about Isaiah Thomas, who was in my high school class, and then Michael Jordan. Those Pistons-Bulls rivalries were pretty intense and must-watch TV, so there have been a lot over the years.
Here's the eraser. Good, another from 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
Brunson outside. The rebound by the eraser.
I wonder if switching baskets really threw him off. I mean, because he can't get anything to fall this half.
The shot from 20 feet away. Again, Los Angeles.
He's come out here in the second half and done a nice job moving, getting good looks, and finding his range.
Bridges passes to Brunson. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. Here's the eraser. Yet another bucket.
And he's up to 52 points.
Yeah, making a GA look all too easy right now. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum. He has definitely shown up to play. He's done his part, really just trying to battle his team back into it.
From past the arc. And again for 3. You can tell he is feeling it.
Kevin, he's on fire.
Takes a 3. Luka Doncic grabs the miss. Doncic has got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. And another one falls.
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal in offensive onslaught. Pass to Vucevic. And here is Hart. And Brunson has it in the corner. It's deflected. Out of bounds. Knicks ball as New York keeps possession of it. Los Angeles making a switch here. Middleton's checked in. And New York with a change here too. Karl Anthony Towns checked in for Vucevic. Clock at 6. A floater. Out to Bridges. Launches it. Vanderbilt with the rebound.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
He got it again. Sensational.
Make that 61 points.
Yep, everything is going his way right now. Now here's Brunson. D right on him. To stop the run. Rebound the Lakers. The Erasers.
Boy, that's a good player missing from point-blank range. That's one you got to convert.
And over the last few years, Clark, we have seen an explosion of talent from Canada.
Tell you what, you go back to the mid-2000s, Steve Nash is winning those back-to-back MVPs. That's certainly part of it, but I really think a generation of players picked up the game, seeing guys like Steve Nash, and then the influx of great Canadian collegiate players going on to NBA success has certainly continued to keep that pipeline going.
Vanderbilt setting the pick for Shepard. Takes the 3. And again, Los Angeles with the triple. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Lakers.
I like the fact that they've been very aggressive at the defensive end, tenacious. They're jumping passing lanes and coming away with a lot of steals.
And another thing, guys, they've dominated on fast breaks tonight, outrunning their opponent the entire game.
And there's the call on the eraser. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. Mason, he checked in for the Lakers. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. Nice D from Doncic. Greg, their unselfish play has really been impressive.
They're trusting one another out there, wanting to get each other involved. This is great basketball.
Middleton for 3, and he's good on the 3-ball. Middleton's got a couple of 3-pointers now in the 4th for the Lakers. Here's Hart over Middleton. Hart, no good. And Los Angeles guys, shooting has been wild. 76%. That's just unbelievable. Here's Shepard. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Doncic. Again, the Lakers.
I think it's the in-between game, along with his savvy and ball handling, that separates Luka as a world-class scorer.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Los Angeles.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
In what's been a good season already, tonight's win will take their record to 50 wins, a big milestone here tonight. And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for the Eraser.
Boy, I thought he did a little bit of everything out there tonight, notching the triple-double in style. He was a difference maker.
Here are the Lakers. The Eraser passes to Doncic. Shoots the 3. Good on the triple. Doncic has got 36.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback diminished.
And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for Los Angeles. To the inside. And Middleton kicks to Doncic. And there's another one for the Lakers.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
Boy, they've given their fans plenty to cheer about, that's for sure. Effort, skill, coaching, you name it, they've done it.
Here's the Eraser. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense, potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.
Okay then, that's how we stand on business.
Quiet out there tonight.